You're Jack Holland, aren't you?
Yep, that's me.
Well, maybe you can tell me something. Is this 24-month guarantee a fact? Or is it just a gimmick to get suckers like me to buy a car around here?
No, it's for real.
Well, then level with me, will you? Your boss told you mechanics to really avoid fixing a car and doing it right until that warranty thing runs out?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the lousy service you get around here. Apparently, after they sell you a car, nobody gives a damn what happens. I've had my car for 6 months and it still isn't right.
Maybe you ought to talk to our service manager. He's sitting right over there.
I've already talked to him. I talked to Coleman himself. I've even written out a list of my complaints and sent it to the Ford Motor Company headquarters in Dearborn. Well, what do I get? Just a lot of polite replies that do nothing but pass the buck all up and down the line right back here to the dealership. But there's nobody you can pass the buck to. Because according to the initials on the work order sheet, the last time it was in, you're the guy that was supposed to have done the work on my car.
Well, what's the main trouble?
You know damn well what it is. It's the steering. I remember the first time I told you about it, you said it was because the car was still too new, that it would loosen up in time.
Well, usually in cases like that, that's what happens.
So how come it took a guy at the gas station to spot the trouble? He said there wasn't a drop of oil in the steering thing, and there never had been.
Well, I guess the guys in the grease rack just forgot...
So you're trying to pass the buck too, eh?
No, sir, I'm not. And looking at it from your point of view,
Well, it's about time somebody looked at it from my side.
I'll have to admit it, I guess. You did tell me about the steering. I guess I just forgot to check it out. Besides, I figured the guys in the grease rack would...
Geez, if I had to go around assuming that somebody else was going to do my work.
I'm sorry, Mr. Becker. Next time you bring your car in, I'll make sure that...
Next time? I doubt if there'll be a next time. I'll give you this much, though. You're the first person I found around here that was man enough to admit that maybe he was wrong. Maybe I'll give you another whack at it at that. Depends on how they adjust this bill.
Now, Mr. Akers, if you'll just sign this order, we'll be all set. Fine. Now, here's what I want you to do. Just about 5 o'clock, you deliver the car right to the house. I'll have the wagon that I'm trading parked in the drive. The keys and everything will be in it. Okay. Then just park the car right in front of the house, with the top down and everything. You know. And then just get in the wagon and go. My wife is really going to be surprised.
A wonderful surprise. She's going to love that convertible. Now, what's the date of your wife's birthday?
Why, it's today.
Today?
That's right. I told you when I first came in that I couldn't think of anything to get her for a birthday present. So I suddenly, just on impulse, decided to get her a white convertible. I told you that.
And her birthday is today?
Yeah, I doggone near forgot it, too. Why? What's the matter?
It so happens that, at the moment, we don't have a single white convertible in stock.
Well, this is a fine time to tell me that.
Would you consider some other color?
No, it's got to be a white one.
Mr. Akers, I have an idea. Suppose I get a nice card, a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and we take a set of new car keys and put them in a jewel box. She gets that today. Then next week, when the convertible is delivered...
No, that's not the same thing. A birthday present should come on your birthday. Next week, why?
Well, she gets the keys today. You announce it today.
Well, guess there's nothing else we can do, is there? Can't deliver what you haven't got. So I guess we'll just have to wait until next week when you can deliver it.
If we had known just a few days ago...
I sure am disappointed. Was a screwy idea, but that's the kind of guy I am.
Mr. Akers, I think I understand exactly how you feel.
You do?
And I have an idea. If we're lucky, we may still make it. Let me get on the phone.
What are you going to do?
Well, somewhere in this town or a neighboring town, I think I can locate a dealer who does have a white convertible in stock.
But how can that help us?
Well, if I find what we're looking for, I'll have Mr. Harvey, our sales manager, see if he can make a trade or something for a model that we have in stock.
Gee, can you do that?
Well, I can sure try.
And of course, my wife was as delighted as she was surprised with her birthday present. I just want you to know that I appreciate the fact that you people at Coleman Motors went, quote, way beyond the call of duty, unquote, to make a hero of me. Yours thankfully, A.P. Akers. So it would seem that a little extra effort when it comes to customer handling does pay off.
What do you mean, little extra effort? Carter had a heck of a time locating that particular car. plus a dealer who was willing to make a trade. We almost had to buy it outright.
But the point is, you got the car. You delivered it on time and you made us a friend, as this letter proves. Let's talk some more about people who write letters that complain instead of compliment.
Well, I'll say this much about customer complaints. Once you follow through on and investigate a typical customer gripe, you find that most of the time the customer is, at least technically, in the wrong. I'm talking about things like the warranty interpretation and so on.
Then it's up to us to do a better job of explaining it in the first place.
But then again, I know certain customers who, just because they are customers, expect and demand too much.
Customers come in all types and sizes, but still they have to be handled with care.
Yeah, but speaking strictly from the standpoint of business management, if you give in to all their demands just to avoid a complaint, well, you could be out of business in 2 weeks. When it comes to a matter of dollars and cents, you've got to be tough if you want to survive.
That's true enough, Don, but toughness isn't the answer.
Yeah, well, I can think of a couple of customers of ours that we'd be better off if we had never had them in the first place. Well, all they do is complain, make a little mistake in the billing or something, and geez, the roof caves in.
They're what I call the good guys.
The good guys? What do you mean?
At least they complain to us. Give us a chance to adjust the complaint as quickly and courteously as possible. And when we do that, we still got them as customers.
Who needs them?
On the other hand, the ones I call the bad guys are the ones who, when something goes wrong, don't yell. They just quietly walk out and never come back. And don't say who needs them. But seriously, I guess our little efforts to, put ourselves in the customer's shoes when we adjust complaints, and more importantly, when we avoid reasons for complaints, is beginning to show results. How do the rest of you feel about it?
Everybody in the used car department really goes for it. In fact, it's kind of fun. It's the same thing in the service department.
Well, as long as you guys are having fun playing games with your little silver shoes, I guess it can't do any harm. Games? I agree with the guy who said you can't just sweet-talk your way into heaven.
Nobody's suggesting that you could. I know you can't build customer satisfaction on attitude alone. We've got to have plenty of modern tools and equipment, trained mechanics, up-to-date records. Our sales and service pricing has got to be kept competitive. Our showroom facilities, our delivery policy, I'm talking about the whole ball of wax. Sure, it's all got to be right. But on top of all that, we can still lose customers if we don't keep reminding ourselves to take the trouble to handle them with care. And even then, human nature being what it is, there'll always be a certain number of complaints, legitimate and otherwise.
That's all I've been saying. And as long as everybody knows you can't please everybody, well, at least you can be businesslike and make them respect you.
You may not believe in them, but at least I see you're wearing the silver shoes.
Why not? For free, take. Is that all, boss?
It is getting late at that. But I want you all to be thinking of some ideas to, merchandise and strengthen this customer relations activity we've got going. In other words, what can we do to let our sales and service customers know how much we do value their business?
Oh, there must be a lot of things we can do.
Exactly. Anyway, let's all be thinking about it, huh? What were you want?
By the way, Mr. Kelly, I think I have an idea that would tie in with our new customer relations policy. You know, I think if we would...
Later, Miss Morton, huh? Listen to this. Gentlemen, please find attached bill which I received from Coleman Motors, which frankly, according to your policy, I should not have to pay. I certainly can see the $2 charge for the car wash, but that's all. The Ford Motor Company does a fantastic job of publicizing the warranty on all of its products, but apparently you dealers don't read it. How stupid can a customer get? This guy's as wrong as he can be.
You mean that he objects?
Well, sure. Look for yourself. The warranty items are all clearly marked no charge. And all of the other charges are legitimate. Take a letter. Here, you can find his address on the top. Dear Mr. Erickson, in reply to your letter refusing to pay your service bill, if you'd take the trouble to read the warranty policy to which you refer, you'd find that it very plainly states that service Oh, okay, answer it.
Bookkeeping department. Yes, he is. Just a moment, please. It's the man from Sutherland Heating Oil Company.
Hello. You're darn right I'm not going to pay that bill. Listen, I contracted with you guys for a summer fill and at the off-season rate, right? What do you mean, read my contract? Listen, mister, don't take that tone of voice with me, or... You know, if I were in your shoes... I'll be damned.
What's the matter?
Oh, I just thought I heard a noise, that's all. Listen, Sutherland, I'll send you guys a check for the summer rate, and that's all you're going to get out of me. Goodbye. Now, where were we?
In the customer's shoes.
Oh, yeah. The warranty very plainly states that it does not cover service having to do with front-end alignment. Now, if I were in your place... I don't know what's the matter with me. My ears are ringing. Oh, well.
Have a good flight, Mr. Saunders.
Well, this is a coincidence. We meet again. Remember me? Saunders, Heartland Steel.
I certainly do. How are you, Mr. Saunders? Here, sit down. Well, how have you been?
Fine. Interesting running into you like this again. You know, shortly after the last time we met, your sales manager gave me a call.
So?
Said that you'd told him the whole story of how and why you folks lost me as a customer.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Said you were doing everything possible, really trying hard to see that things like that weren't likely to happen again around your place. Wanted me to give him a chance to prove it. Wanted to make a date to show me a new car.
Well? And did you?
No. I told him there was no use wasting his time or mine, because I'm really very happy where I am.
Oh. Well, I can understand that.
But I appreciated the call.
Flight 191, now ready for boarding.
And I appreciated your frankness when you told me the story of why we lost you as a customer. Too bad.
But that's the way it was.
Well, we're still going to keep on trying to get you back.
Can't keep you from trying.
What would you do, Mr. Saunders? Just put yourself in my shoes. Or better still, what would you have done in my shoes?